Welcome to the Rebel to Succeed podcast. It's your boy Ink, Anthony Williams, the founder of rebeltosucceed.com. The purpose of this podcast is to share tips, advice, and strategies to help you improve in all areas of your life. My mission is to make a positive difference in your life to help you live your best life. Now let's get it. What up, Rebels? It's your boy N from Rebel to Succeed coming at you with another podcast episode. So today in this podcast episode, I want to share some very inspiring information, very vital information to your or on your road to success by Simon Sinek. Again, Simon Sinek, very inspirational guy. Came across this message of him online that really resonated with me, and I wanted to share with you guys, of course. So check out this clip by Simon.
The reality is, I'm an idiot. And I'm not being flip about it. I don't understand very complicated things, and so I ask a lot of questions so that the person who's telling me something complicated, who's talking in terms as if I understand them,
Sure.
finance or neuroscience, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
And I ask enough questions just so that I understand it. So is what you're saying this? No, that's not what I'm saying. Well, what are you? So I'll give you a perfect example. So a long time ago, I had a client. They were a public company, and they brought me on to do some work for them. But they invited me to sit in on a meeting from the consultant that they had hired. And so all the C-level executives and me, and this consultant was giving a presentation about something or other.
This is your marketing.
This is when I had my little marketing company. And all the C-level executives sitting there nodding and taking notes on the PowerPoint that they had printed up in front of them, and I had it as well, and I didn't understand a frickin' word of it.
Yeah.
Right? I was like looking around like,
yeah.
And so I'd raise my hand and say, I'm really, really sorry. I know I'm the only person in this room without an MBA, but this doesn't make sense. Like, you say A plus B equals C, but based on your logic, A plus B equals D. Can you just say it again, please? I'm really sorry to slow the meeting down, everybody. And you could see the consultant getting frustrated with me and would try and explain it again. I said, I'm so sorry. And one by one, all the C-level executives said, yeah, I don't understand it either. Now, if the idiot hadn't spoken up and said, I don't understand, they all would have nodded their heads for fear of looking stupid because they didn't understand. Yeah. And they would have paid a lot of money for a document they didn't understand, and they would never have used it and would have sat on a shelf. And it's because I'm okay being the idiot. Like, that's why I'm not being flip. I'm okay everybody in the room going, because I have to ask questions until I understand it. But the reality is once I can get to the point where I understand it, I can get it so simple that I understand it, and I can say it in simple terms. That means other people understand it too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of value being the idiot.
So that was the clip by Simon. Very powerful, very short, very sweet. Again, I tell you guys, some of the most powerful clips come in very short form. They're very short. But this clip by Simon really resonated with me because I pride myself on being a very humble person. I pride myself on being a very person who loves to learn, who's okay with being the student. I'm willing to learn from anybody, and there's power in that, and there's kind of like I feel like it's a quality of some of the most successful people. So in this clip, he's talking about he's saying he's teaching on it. So he said it's okay to be the idiot. There's value in being the idiot, and he's not saying that you should be stupid. What he's saying is is that you should be okay with not knowing. And this is a soft subject for me because I feel like there's a lot of people in the world who's not okay with not knowing, right? And I personally believe that when you stop learning, when you stop growing, you kill any momentum that you have for success, because it's your success is going to require you to learn and to continue to evolve and to just learn new things. That's what the road to success and the road to your goals and you achieving your goals is all about. So there's a lot of people out there, a lot of people who don't like to admit when they don't know something. And I've always been, I will admit, like back in my like elementary school days, I used to be afraid to raise my hand because I didn't want to be the person who didn't know. But as I got older, I got really, really okay and comfortable with with letting people know, like, look, I don't understand this, right? And I got okay with seeking for knowledge. It all to me, but I felt like maybe I was a person who wanted to know a lot. I love information. I love learning information, and that's kind of like a superpower for me because I'm willing to learn from anybody, and that's why I feel like I'm a person of wisdom because I know a lot. I may not seem like I know a lot, but I know a lot because I always come from a place of listening. I'm willing to listen to anybody, learn from anybody, and ultimately, I feel like it's a superpower of mine. And I just now, just recently realized that just like a couple years ago, like, look, I'm really like a person. I'm very humble and I'm willing to learn, and um I'm not a person of I'm on a high horse and I already know it all. I feel like I heard this from somebody online, and they said that the most um the most dangerous words you can ever say is "I know that." The most dangerous words you could ever say is "I know that." And when you say "I know that," um you cut off any type of you know potential for you to learn something new. And like I said before, you need to evolve. You need to continue to grow and to continue to learn more. And that's what success is going to require for you to to continue to learn and to adapt with the times and things of that nature. So when you say that I already know that, you just literally you cut off any type of potential for you to to learn anything new. You don't think outside the box, and you don't just open yourself up for to learn and to grow. So I encourage you guys, listening to this episode. It was a very like I said, it was very short, but it was very powerful because he spoke on something in his clip. And he basically he told a story of something that a lot of people would never ever do. Most people would never ever. First of all, a lot of people have a problem with standing out. They don't even really want to stand out, right? And for you to be in a room full of people and to admit that you don't understand something when it seems like everybody else does, you stand out. It makes you look like the idiot. And he's telling you, there's value in being the idiot, because, a lot of people pride themselves on, if you know, but, if you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know, then you don't know. So be okay with not knowing and, open yourself up to not knowing. So yeah, I love the fact that Simon he shared his story, and he shared this very, very vital lesson about um just admitting when you don't know. And I can tell you guys that this is a very, very important quality of you know a lot of people who achieve a lot, because um again, for you to achieve, you have to grow. So Very, very valuable lesson. Hopefully, you guys adapt this type of mindset. Um, he's not saying here's the thing. I'll leave you guys with this. Simon is not saying that it's okay to be stupid. It's not okay. It's not okay to be dumb. He's actually saying that, you know, it's not okay to be dumb, because if you don't know something and you pretend like you do, you're basically admitting and saying through your actions that it's okay for me to be, in the dark. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be in the dark. You don't want to be ignorant, right? It's not like you're not going to sit here and say, yeah, I understand, when you really don't, right? If you don't know, that means that you're not. If you don't know, and make it very clear that you don't understand, you're saying that it's not okay for me to be ignorant. I'm not going to allow myself to stay stuck in the box. I'm not going to allow myself to not grow, to not know. It's important for you to know. Information is powerful, and you have to understand, what's going on. So a lot of people, I can almost guarantee you, a lot of people will miss the boat, and there's a lot of, you know, changing going on as I speak of this podcast episode. There's a lot of changing going on, and if some businesses and some people don't change their approach to their goals and certain things of that nature, they're going to get left behind, because they don't want to evolve, they don't want to learn, they don't want to admit that they don't know, right? And it's just a wrong way to approach things, and you will never ever get ahead by pretending like you know when you really don't. That's just ultimately what it boils down to. You will never ever get ahead pretending like you know when you really don't know. So, I mean, you're basically saying, it's okay to be ignorant, and that's not nothing that you should play around with. You know what I mean? Ignorant, and people who are in the dark about things people who don't know tend to, um I'll say this: what you don't know can hurt you. Like, that's just real right there. That's real. What you don't know can potentially ruin your life, hurt you. It can, you could really, really forfeit what God has for you, all because you don't want to admit that you don't know something. And I know you don't want that for you, for your family. If you got kids, you don't want that for your kids. You don't want that for your wife or your husband or all of your loved ones and friends, because by you admitting that you don't know something, you could potentially change your life, all because you were humble enough to say, I don't know, and I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn. When you say you don't know, you're opening yourself up to learn, to grow, because no one knows it all. No one knows it all. When you stop learning, I feel like you begin, the you begin dying. When you stop growing, you die, right? It's okay to say you don't know. It's okay to say you don't know. It's okay to say you don't know. Don't be the person that who has this really, really, who's just full of themselves and have this, this ego, and who just really just want to be on a high horse, and want to pretend like they know everything when they really don't. So yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much, but this is a very sore subject for me, because I understand that there are a lot of people. I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people who pretend like they know everything, and they may not understand, like, that type of mentality. You're not willing to say that you don't know is really, really hurting you. So I'm like, again, I'm willing to learn from kids. I'm willing to learn from people who's younger than me. Of course, I'm willing to learn from people who's older than me. I'm definitely willing, to learn from people who have been through or who have gone through the things and have reached the things that I want to achieve in life. So be okay with being the idiot. It's okay to say you don't know. And when you take that type of mentality and you adapt that type of mindset, you open yourself up to grow. And when you continue to grow, when you continue to gain new information, there's really no way that you can be, there's really no way you can really fail, There's really no way you can fail. Only way you can fail is if you give up and you don't continue to move forward. So hopefully you guys found value in this clip by Simon. If so, I invite you guys to leave a review. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Of course, go to the website, rebel2succeed.com. Check out the other content there. And last but not least, be a rebel. Reach everybody by exercising love. And it's your boy Ian from Rebel to Succeed. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I want to thank you for joining me today and listening to this podcast. If you found this episode helpful or valuable in any way, then I encourage you to leave an honest review and subscribe to the Rebel to Succeed podcast for future episodes. To receive more content and value, make sure to visit the Rebel to Succeed website at www.rebel2succeed.com. And finally, always remember that to succeed in life, you have to reach everyone by exercising love. So make sure to show somebody some love today. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time.